All right, welcome everybody. We have now, after today, 13 to go, and we are starting to see some separation in everything. As you can see, the National League is very, very tight, and the American League eyes are all on Detroit. 3 games today, so the scores right now, and we're about ready to go. So let us take a look right now at the first game. There's going to be 3 of them. So here we go. The Expos beat the Cardinals. Big loss for the Cardinals early. But Washington beats Philadelphia 4-1. Big loss for the Phillies. The Reds are pretty much out of it. The Mets win 6-2. They look good. Florida 3-2 winners over the Pirates in 10 innings. They came back in the ninth. The Rockies beat the Braves. The Braves lose. Arizona 7-2 win. And San Francisco beats the Dodgers. The Dodgers, well, they fell way down. That was a big game with the Giants. In the American League, Texas beats Toronto. They're only down by 1. The Yankees lose. Baltimore beat Chicago. Detroit beat Milwaukee. Detroit's pretty much done. 10 innings, a 2-1 win. Milwaukee's pretty much done, as we said. Minnesota wins 9-6. And other big ones. Boston loses. And Kansas City loses 4-3. So now it's a 5-game lead. Going to the second day. You take a look at the Atlanta Braves, 77-71, pretty good. 8-6 winners. St. Louis, 10-1 winners, big there. The Phillies lose again, that's tough. The Mets win again, very big. The Marlins lose. So the Mets are back up to 6 games with 13 to go. Arizona, the winner. San Francisco sweeps the Dodgers in 10 innings. On the other side, Baltimore loses, so does Minnesota, so they have a 5-game lead. A 4-game lead as Kansas City wins that one. Toronto loses to Texas 6-3. They have the same stuff. Milwaukee beats Detroit. So Detroit right there loses a game. The Yankees lose to Cleveland. Boston 5 back. Oakland, they'll beat Oakland 3-1. So now we're going to take a look at the standings and take a look right now at everything. So the Giants are in playoff position now. St. Louis, Philadelphia are out. The Nationals have won 6 in a row. Well, they're 3 back. 4 back. The Dodgers and Expos are down, but let's see what happens here. Well, the other way, the American League, Minnesota is number 1. Kansas City is 2. Baltimore is 3. Oakland is 4. Detroit is 5. Texas and Toronto 4 back. Boston, New York, Milwaukee 5. And that's a big thing. Detroit's starting to slump a little bit. Will they be able to hold on? Taking a look at all the different games looking today. Maybe I won Philadelphia, New York. Let's see. No. Oh, Detroit. No. Baltimore. Yeah, Boston's way too up. Toronto and Milwaukee, a big one. New York, Texas Rangers. Minnesota and Oakland, and we're going to just go to Minnesota and Oakland. So Minnesota, Oakland down 7 games. The Minnesota, but they are also up by 6. Remember, they're up by 2 on Detroit. But if Detroit passes you, now you're 5th. So let's not, they are still up by 6 games on Texas. They're up by 2. And Detroit is up by 4 on Texas and Toronto. So they're up by 6 with 13 to go. So they're looking good, but they want to catch Baltimore to host that first round game. They want to catch Baltimore for that first round game. So here they go. We're about ready to go. Minnesota and Oakland. Minnesota in the road uniforms. Traveling to Oakland. We're about ready to go. So looking good. All right, so we'll just see this. Sorry about this. Oakland Alameda Coliseum. And we're about ready to go. So, big game. Really big game. And you have, what do you call it? Game options. Taking a look, HP has been good. HP and HP. So that's pretty solid here. And here's Terrell, Jerry Terrell, the shortstop. Brett Anderson pitching. 17 and 11, 293 ERA. We got to look at Baltimore. And we're going to take a look after this first pitch, what everybody did. Struck him out, and that's going to be one out. So struck him out here as Minnesota. If they can beat Minnesota every time Minnesota loses, that's big. Let's take a look at all the scores. What happened down here? Atlanta beat the Pirates, Florida won. Boston beat Baltimore, so they can pull within one. Tampa Bay beat Detroit. So that's huge. So Tampa Bay beat Detroit, and Boston won, so they get a little bit closer. Taking a look, Texas, they're down. They need to win. Toronto leading Milwaukee in a big game there. Toronto could be able to pick up something here. Steve Braun, first base. So they walk Steve Braun, and Braun will go to first. One out, and Heil, Larry Heil, center field. Heil strikes out, 2 outs. Here in the top of the first inning. Big for seeding because Oakland wants to put it down to one game, and they know it. Rod Carew at second base. Struck him out, and that'll be it. So after a walk, the score 0-0. Bottom of the first inning, Chris Cust and Davis. Dave Goltz is a pitcher, 13 and 10, 4.27 ERA. Struck out 105, walked 65, and here's Coco Crisp now for Oakland. And the Oakland A's, there's Coco, and Coco Crisp, and that's gonna go to the wall. Hits the wall, and Coco will at least go to second. Will he go to third? Yeah, he is. Coco will run to third, and he is safe. Wow, Coco Crisp. A triple here. 13 games to go, and after this one, this is a big one. Here's Cust. Jack Cust, the right fielder. And that'll be on the ground. Whoa, an error, and it'll be 1-0 Oakland. So the error, and that was big. Rod Carew with the error, 1-0 Oakland. Here's Rajay Davis, the center fielder. Toronto leading by a lot, and Rajay, that'll be on the ground. That's going to be 5, 4, 3, and they get the double play, and that'll be 2 outs. Derek Barton, a first baseman. You take a look at their averages. Not many innings, 300 in this league. There's Derek Barton, and little Tapper, they'll pick it up. Will they throw to first? They'll get him. So at the end of the first inning, Oakland, and a leadoff triple, and then an error, it's 1-0. Top of the second inning, Soderholm. Soderholm, Oliva, and Bry will start off. Here's Soderholm now. And that'll be on the ground. That's going to be easy. Second and first one out. Biggest thing, one out, top of the second inning. Antonio Leyva, the left fielder. Brett Anderson, the pitcher. And Leyva struck him out. 2 outs. 2 outs, and here's Bry. Steve Bry, right field. And that'll be a base hit. So a single for Minnesota with 2 outs. And here's Harmon Killebrew. High into right field. And underneath that's going to be 3. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The score, Oakland 1, Minnesota 0. Bottom of the second inning. Cliff Pennington, the shortstop, hitting .247. So here's Pennington. And this will be a pop fly, should be caught, and it is 1 out. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Oakland. Ryan Sweeney, the left fielder. And that'll be on the ground. Oh, swallowed up. 5-3, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 2 outs. And Mark Ellis, the second baseman. Toronto's going to gain a game on Detroit. That's really big. And we'll go over everything right now. St. Louis has to score in the bottom of the 9th inning. They have to. Right now they're fading. That'll be on the ground. They'll pick it up, throw to first. They get it 3 outs. We go to the third inning. The score 1-0 Oakland. So right now it is San Francisco leading Houston in the 7th. I'm assuming the other ones lost. Arizona and Florida are fighting for that second spot. Toronto's up 10-4 against Milwaukee, and you know, that kind of thing really will shut down Milwaukee. Texas is down to the Yankees. Philadelphia 6-4. They want to go ahead. I believe the Braves won, and now the Mets are down 7-4 to Colorado. Here's Borgman, Glenn Borgman, the catcher. Top of the third inning, 1-0. Borgman, it'll be on the ground. They go second, and not enough. They beat it out. Here in the third inning. And here's Terrell, Jerry Terrell, 0 for 1. Top of the third, Terrell will bunt it down. And the pitcher will get it. It'll be 1-3, 1 out. 1 out and Braun, first base. That'll be on the ground and a base hit. So they're going to go around third and they're going to come home. Will Minnesota be able to tie it? They throw it home and he's safe, and it's 1-1. Steve Braun has tied the game in the top of the third inning. Larry Heil now. The center fielder 0 for 1 today. And they're going to go to second to throw, and he'll be safe. So Braun has 6 steals. Heil now 0 for 1. They walked him. So first and second here in the top of the third with 1 out. Rod Carew. A lot going on here. Rod Carew, Cincinnati trying to come back against Philadelphia. Carew, that'll be on the ground. 4, 6, 3, and they get him. Go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-1. Bottom of the third inning, here's Kurt Suzuki, the catcher. Dave Goltz, the pitcher here. He's pitched 20 pitches today. There's Borgman, the catcher, but Goltz to right, and that's going to be one out. Bottom of the third, one out, and here's Kevin Kuzmanov, third base. So Kuzmanov, a hard hit to center field, and underneath, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, this is a big game. Here's Coco Crisp, who has the only base hit of the day for Oakland. He got it in the first inning. Remember, that was triple. Was the only one, and Crisp, and that's a base hit. So he's going to have a single and a triple. Kitten has just climbed my shoulder, sitting on my shoulder like a parrot. Here's Cust, Jack Cust, 0 for 1. He has an RBI. And they're going to throw him to second, and he's going to be safe. Jack Cust, right field. High and deep to right field, and this one is gone. It is a 2-run shot by Jack Cust, his 19th home run, and it is 3-1 Oakland. Oh, what a huge shot by the Oakland A's. And it's now 3-1. If this were a preview of the ALCS, wow, this would be a good one. And Rajai Davis, 0 for 1. Minnesota hasn't been playing the best baseball. That'll be 4-3 to get the out. And that'll end the inning. A 2-run home run by Cust. And the score, Oakland 3, Minnesota 1. So it'll be top of the 4th inning. Really solid game so far. And as we take a look, no viewers, but that's all right. One of these days that'll change. Soderholm, third base. He's 0 for 1. Struck him out. That'll be 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So Oakland has a 3-1 game so far. And Tony Oliva, the left fielder, 0 for 1. Philadelphia wants to break their game open. This will be 4-3. Should get it 2 outs. 2 outs. And here's Steve Bry, 1 for 1 on the day. He's hitting .301. That'll be on the ground. This will be short. The first, they get him. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Oakland 3, Minnesota 1. Well, as we take a look at all the other games, Texas has to try and get 2. Detroit lost. They need those games. Bottom of the 4th, Barton, Penning, and Sweeney. Here's Barton now. 3-1 Oakland leads. Barton will be on the ground. This will be unassisted, 1 out. We're going to have one more 3-game broadcast, and then with 10 to go, when we come back, we're going to have a game a day. When we come back, here's Penning. And then we'll do the playoffs. This will be on the ground. This will be easy. 6-3, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Ryan Sweeney. 0 for 1. We're going to get back here that Sunday. Oh, man, July 31st. That's going to be a base hit. And a base hit now for Sweeney. He'll get on with 2 outs. Mark Ellis 0 for 1. High and deep to left center. caught, 3 outs. So Harmon Killebrew now for Minnesota. Top of the 5th inning, 0 for 1 today. They need to get people on here with nobody out. And Killebrew will just, that one came in, it'll be a little bit too high, got underneath. And shortstop will get a 1 out. So it's Pennington with the catch. Len Borgman, the catcher, he's 1 for 1. He singled in the 3rd inning. They're hitting .249. Brett Anderson looking pretty solid. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. So Brett Anderson, his 6th strikeout, and here's Terrell. 0 for 1. High into right field. And they catch it, 3 outs. 3 outs. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score 3-1. So bottom of the 5th, Suzuki, Kuzmanov, and Crisp. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Coco Crisp has 2 base hits. He's doing really well. Suzuki to left field. And caught 1 out. So HAL just goes all the way back. Oakland wants to get going here. Like, they want to get things happening. Here's Kuzmanov. To right field, and what a catch! What a catch in right field, and that's Spry. 2 outs. Coco Crisp. A triple and a single. So he's got the hard part, a triple. He's got a single, and there's Crisp. Left center field, and will he go to second base? Let's see. Crisp will get a single and stay. He's 3 for 3, a triple and 2 singles. Was hoping he could have gone to second, get a home run or something. Cust got the home run. A 2-run shot last time, and he brought in Crisp the first time, and that would be an error, and Borgman to second, and Crisp gets his 3rd of the day. So here's Cust now. 2 outs. The pitch to Cust. Struck him out, and that'll be out. Number 3, and we go to the 6th inning. The score, Oakland 3 and Minnesota 1. So 2010 Oakland and 1974 Minnesota. In a game that, well, I'll tell you what right now, many feel. It's 8:48 at night. As we look at the other score, San Francisco about to solidify a good place there. New York might be able to get a big lead. So here we go, Braun, HAL, and Carew. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, there's Braun to left of line, drive, and a base hit. So that's going to be a base hit. HAL, 21 home runs, 110 RBI. For Larry HAL, he's 0 for 1. Struck him out. That'll be 1 out. So the tying run is at the plate. And Rod Carew. Rod Carew is 0 for 2 today. Not at his best, but he is hitting .332. He is the league's best hitter. It's going to be on the ground. They're going to throw to second. There's another steal. So Carew now is somebody in scoring position. The pitch. Carew will hit that on the ground. They'll move him to third. This will be 4-3, 2 outs. So no double play there. And Soderholm hitting .250. Minnesota's 2-300 hitters. Carew and Bry. Here's Soderholm. Soderholm, and he'll cut it to a 1-run game. A base hit for Minnesota, and it's now 3-2. in the sixth inning. Here's Tony Oliva, the left fielder, 0 for 2. Are they going to second? Yeah, they are. They're just running all day on this guy. They're running all day. 2 outs. The pitch to Oliva. That'll make hit the ground. Let's see, and it will. Will they send him home to tie the game? They will. And the throw all the way home, and it's safe, and it is 3-3. Tony Oliva. And Brett Anderson nearing 100 pitches. This is all 2-out Lightning. Oliva at first. Here's Bry. High and line drive caught. Go to the bottom of the sixth inning in a huge game, and this is tied. Bottom of the sixth, Davis, Barton, Penning. Minnesota has, as Goltz has only pitched 52 pitches in 5 innings. Here's Rajai Davis. I mean, this has been Rajai to left field, and that's hit hard right at him, 1 out. So that'll be 1 out. Well, Oakland wants to climb the ladder. Here's Barton at 268. Oh, and Barton hits this. This is deep, and this is gone in the third row, and Oakland a 4-3 lead. The Oakland A's have a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the sixth. My goodness. And it is quiet here. This place is rocking. Sorry. Cliff Pennington is 0 for 2. Now Oakland has a lead. Pennington to left. And underneath they catch it. There'll be 2 outs. Goltz is still in. And Ryan Sweeney's 1 for 2. The games are ending. Sweeney, and that's a base hit. So it'll go to center field. 4-3 Oakland leading Minnesota. Here's Ellis. Mark Ellis is 0 for 2. Oh, didn't get all that. And right near the wall and the catch there. We're going to go to the 7th inning. The score Oakland 4, Minnesota 3. Top of the 7th inning. Mets look like they could lose. Harmon Killebrew, 0 for 2. Brett Anderson, still in. Killebrew struck him out, 1 out. So 105 pitches. Here's Borgman, 1 for 2. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, 2 outs. Here's Terrell. Jerry Terrell, the shortstop. No, they walked him. He's had a lot of pitches. New pitcher, though, Tyson Ross is in. He's 1-0, only pitched 7 2/3. 13 strikeouts, 2 walks. Giving up 2 earned runs and 5 hits. 2.35 ERA. Tyson Ross. High and deep. And a catch, 3 outs. Enjoy the out-of-town scoreboard. So it looks like St. Louis was a big loser tonight. Not good. That might put them 2 back. Kurt Suzuki now. You're in the bottom of the 7th. Suzuki, that'll be on the ground. 6-3, 1 out. The Oakland A's, their third, they want to go one back of the Baltimore Orioles. As Colts is still in, Kuzmanov is 0 for 2. Struck him out, that'll be 2 outs. They want to, honestly, they want to go and they want to see. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, Coco Crisp. 3 for 3 today, a triple and 2 singles. That'll be on the ground. Oh, what a stop. They throw to first and they get him. We go to the 8th inning. The score, Oakland 4, Minnesota 3. Well, Minnesota had that huge 10-11 game lead. And after today, I think Baltimore winning, Kansas City losing, I think Baltimore will be 3 back. Larry Heil 0 for 2. That's if they can't win. Heil to right. And a line drive, 1 out. 4-3, 1 out. Rod Carew 0 for 3 today. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. So Tyson Ross looking pretty solid here. Let me just do something real quick. I'm going to take a look. Ooh. I'm simulating all the things. So, high scoring games, some really high scoring in the college football league that I'm simming, and some that are just not that great. Right now there's Georgia, South Carolina. I want to there we go, and here's Soderholm now. It's about 9 o'clock here. Soderholm, Oliva, and Bry, top of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Soderholm, that'll be on the ground. They pick it up. That'll be 1-3. They get him out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score, Oakland 4, Minnesota 3. Bottom of the 8th, you have Cuss, David, and Barton. Jack Cuss, 1 for 3. He had the 2-run home run in the 3rd, but he also brought in Coco Crisp in the 1st inning on an error. Error by Rod Carew. Rod Carew is hitting .331, just 4 home runs. So here is Cuss here. 1 for 3 as we begin, and bottom of the 8th, and they walk Cuss. So Goltz is still in, trying to do a complete game. 74 pitches. Rajay Davis. Rajay to right field. This one is back, and they don't even move. It's 6-3, and a huge home run for Oakland. That is really dynamic. Rajay Davis, a very, very big home run. Bottom of the 8th inning, nobody out, and Barton now. So a new pitcher, Tom Bergmeyer. He's 1-1 at .315 ERA, 30 strikeouts, 9 walks. 40 innings pitched. Bergmeyer, no saves. He's just pitched a lot of relief innings. So a new pitcher, Bergmeyer, is in, and right now it's 6-3 with nobody out. High pop fly center field, and they'll get a 1 out. So Howell gets it, and Barton is gone. Here's Pennington. 0 for 3. Pennington, that'll be a high pop fly, straight center field, and caught. They leaped up to get it, and it'll be 2 outs. 6-3, bottom of the 8th, Sweeney. 2 for 3. And that'll be on the ground easy. 4-3 to get the out. Well, Minnesota in the top of the 9th inning. They've really started to play very average baseball, and it's 6-3 now. Ninth inning, Oliva. Tony Oliva. So here we go. Tyson Ross to Tony Oliva, 1 for 3. And this will be it. That'll be Oliva on the ground. They can't get the first one on. They go 5-3, 1 out. Very, very big 1 out. And now Bry as the Dodgers lead in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to get more. Bry, that'll be on the ground. Again, can this be 5-3? They get it 2 outs. One more, and the Oakland A's are winners today. Here's Harmon Killebrew 0 for 3. The Major League logo. Major League logo. The pitch. And got it right through the middle. Here they go. That's it. 6-3, your final. And a big win by the Oakland Athletics. They beat the 1974 Twins very well. Now with Oakland, they're down by 6 to the Twins. I don't think they'll challenge for the top spot because they only have 13 to go. Jack Cust, the MVP. Cust 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. He walked once. There was an error, and then Buddy also had a 2-run home run, and that was big in the 3rd inning. Double hits by Braun from Minnesota for Oakland. They had Crisp, 3 for 4, and then Sweeney. Donuts. Terrell, but with a walk. Carew. HAL, but with a walk. And Killebrew. Or for Oakland, Pennington, Ellis, Suzuki, and Kuzmanov. Little bear at the bottom of that lineup. Anderson gets the win as 18th. Ross, the save is first. Goltz gets a loss at 13 and 11. And Bergmeyer comes in for the last inning. Take a look right now. Let's go back. And let's see the games. The Braves win big. Florida wins. Braves win 6-4. Florida wins 4-1. Arizona 7-3 win. San Diego beats St. Louis. St. Louis is, wow. St. Louis got the lead and San Diego ended up beating them. St. Louis is falling down, man. Philadelphia 7-5 winner over the Reds. The Reds are done. They are absolutely done. The Giants 7-2 winners. The Giants are playing really well. The Rockies beat the Mets 12-6. In the American League, Boston beat Baltimore. Detroit loses. Toronto beats Milwaukee. New York beats Texas in a battle of both. Looking at Oakland beats Minnesota, and Kansas City loses. So what does that all mean to everybody? The standings right here in the National League: the Mets first, the Diamondbacks second, Florida third, Atlanta fourth, San Francisco fifth, with Philadelphia 1 game back, St. Louis 2 games back, and Washington ended up losing, so they're 5 back. They would have to win out. If they would win out, then 8-5 would have to be San Francisco's record, but 7-3 there, so the Mets are down to 4-game lead. Same with Minnesota, they're down to a 4-game lead. Kansas City is second, they lost 1. The third is Baltimore. They're behind Kansas City by a game. Oakland is behind Kansas City by 2. So Detroit has lost 2. Toronto, New York, and Boston have 1. Texas, Milwaukee, no. So you have Detroit 3 back now as Toronto. 4 is New York, Texas, and Boston. And 5 is Milwaukee. So Milwaukee would have to go on a huge, big whatever right now. League home. While standing, San Diego, the first National League team to be eliminated. The Senators are also eliminated. When you take a look at league news, or league home, sorry, there it is. Walker's number 1 at 333. Carew falls to 331. Horner with 48. Howard with 44. Thornton in Cleveland is starting to hit his stride again. He has 42. Howard has 120 runs batted in. Allen is second. Colorado is third. None of these are playoff teams. Wiggins for San Diego stealing WARs. Dale Murphy at Atlanta. Home runs, Horner's the only one I see. Carew is now back, but he's a Minnesota Twin. Earned run average, ERA. John Denny has 1. Wins, Blyleven has 20. Strikeouts, Blyleven with 291. He's probably going to win that easily. Saves, Chiswick for Florida. Not Zamaya. We've been saying Zamaya all year. But Chiswick is now 41. WARs, Blyleven. In the stats, runs scored, Colorado. Batting, Pittsburgh. Home runs, Colorado. Stolen bases, Montreal. On base by a single point, Minnesota. The only offensive team there that's going to the playoffs. On the defense, runs against Oakland. Defensive efficiency, Oakland. Starter ERA, Oakland by a point. Bullpen, Tampa. Fielding, including pitching, LA. Oakland. Now, technically, Oakland's the only one, but they lead 3 categories. Well, let's take a look right now at the standings. The pennant chase. All right, here are all the people that they consider in a pennant chase. Now, Toronto, we're going to have to look at them. But first, the National League. St. Louis is at the bottom end. So, New York, 3 games from now, will be at Pittsburgh. Arizona at Cincinnati. Florida at San Diego. Atlanta at Montreal. San Francisco at Colorado. Philadelphia at the Dodgers. St. Louis at the Cubs. Minnesota will be at Boston 3 games from now. Kansas City will be versus Baltimore. Oh, we want to see that. We want to see that. That'll be huge. Oakland versus Detroit. Oh, that's going to be huge. And Detroit at Oakland, then Minnesota. My goodness. That could go either way. So with 10 games left, let's see. Philadelphia, LA, Houston, Atlanta, no. San Francisco, St. Louis, Florida, Arizona. In the American League, Seattle, Baltimore, and Kansas City. We're going to have that one. Toronto's Tampa Bay, Minnesota's Boston, Texas, Oakland, and Detroit. New York and Milwaukee. Milwaukee has to win out. Detroit 80 and 69. That'll be a very big game. But even bigger will be Baltimore and Kansas City. That'll be really, really big, as they're going to be fighting really hard for that. But right now, that's really going to be it for us today. As there you see it. That's going to be it. Detroit trying to hang on. They have a 3-game lead over Toronto and a 4-game lead over New York, Texas, and Boston. 13 to go. Toronto could lose really the next 4 games straight. They could. And then there'd be a lot of headway. Milwaukee is there. Now let's take a look at teams, the biggest winning streaks in the National League. Arizona with 4 wins, San Francisco with 4 wins. The biggest losing streak, Cincinnati, who lost 5 in a row. Minnesota, well actually let's take a look at the biggest winning streak. 3 for the Indians, 3 for the Angels. The biggest losing streak is 10 by the Senators. Remember, they had a 13-game and now a 10-game losing streak, so it's 23. If you get rid of the 23, they would be over 500. So if they were to gone 12 and 13, so take away 10 losses and add 12 wins, 74, 75 and 74, they'd be where Milwaukee is right now. If they just went 500, they went a little over 500, they might be a playoff team. But they're enormous slumps. God, the Senators are... Well, that's it today. The Giants with a 4-game winning streak. They're playing red-hot baseball. Philadelphia's 1 game back. St. Louis is 2. We'll see you all later. That's the pennant races are heating up. One more 3-game thing. Then we're going to quit till the 31st of July, and then we go all the way back here, and then August will be baseball and football. So that'll be good. Have a great day. We'll see you then.